Title: The Midnight Drive. It was a moonless night when I found myself on a desolate country road, miles away from civilization. The darkness was thick, swallowing everything in its path, leaving me with just my car's feeble headlights to pierce the void. I was on my way home, having lost my way earlier due to a detour. The GPS had given up, and the only option was this eerie, winding road. Tall trees leaned ominously over the pavement, casting elongated shadows that seemed to reach out for me. As I drove deeper into the countryside, my sense of unease grew. The silence was deafening, broken only by the occasional hoot of an owl or the rustling of leaves. My fingers clenched the steering wheel, knuckles white as I tried to shake off the building tension. Suddenly, the headlights illuminated something ahead. A figure, shrouded in darkness, stood in the middle of the road. Panic gripped me, and I slammed on the brakes, the tires screeching in protest. The figure remained motionless, its silhouette undisturbed by my blaring horn. Heart pounding, I slowly stepped out of the car, my trembling hands reaching for my phone to dial 911. But as I approached the figure, I noticed something chilling. It wasn't a person at all. It was a life-size scarecrow placed there with malicious intent. The realization sent shivers down my spine. Someone had orchestrated this macabre prank. I rushed back to my car, my breath coming out in frantic gasps. I needed to get out of this place. But as I turned the key, the engine remained stubbornly silent. Panic set in as I tried to restart the car, but it was as if the vehicle had succumbed to the malevolent atmosphere of the countryside. Then, I heard it, a low guttural growl that seemed to emanate from the very darkness around me. My gaze darted around the car, and that's when I saw them. Red eyes, glowing like hot embers, surrounded the car. Shadows moved in the periphery of my vision. Sinister whispers echoed through the night air. It was as if the very woods had come alive with malevolent intent. With trembling hands, I grabbed my phone again, dialing 911. But there was no signal, only static on the line. I was truly alone in this nightmare. Desperation forced me out of the car again, and I began to run down the road, away from the sinister creatures, ragged and my legs ready to give in. Just when I thought I couldn't go on, I stumbled upon a dilapidated cabin deep in the woods. Desperation made me knock on the door, and to my surprise, it creaked open. Inside, the cabin was just as eerie as the forest. Cobwebs hung from every corner, and strange symbols were etched into the walls. But there was a warmth emanating from a flickering candle in the center of the room. As I approached the candle, a voice whispered from the shadows, "You're not alone here." I turned, and there in the corner, I saw the outline of an old woman. Her eyes glowed with an otherworldly wisdom. She told me of the malevolent spirits that haunted the countryside and how they had trapped me here. But she offered me a way out, a ritual, a chance to escape their clutches. With her guidance, I performed the ritual, and as the last incantation left my lips, the cabin shook and a blinding light enveloped me. When it faded, I found myself back on the road, my car now running perfectly. I drove away from that cursed countryside, never looking back. The memory of that night still haunts me, a chilling reminder that there are places where darkness holds sway and where the ordinary rules of reality no longer apply.